collapse, I will begin by saying that it's a misnomer. And in collapse, we do not have an hour, we have minutes. And I have 8 minutes. And even that is more, because in 4 minutes, you should be prepared for a perimortem cesarean section. So yes, we need to understand that it's an acute event which involves cardiorespiratory or CNS. It can result in reduced or absent consciousness, and it can occur in any stage of pregnancy and up to 6 weeks after birth. The main important key point is to mobilize a multidisciplinary team response, team leader, anesthetist, pediatrician, hematologist. So this is something that cannot happen overnight. All we have to do is drill and be ready for it, and not start preparing when this has happened. I talk about axioms in all my talk because this is something that we all believe to be true, or at least we should remember that like etched in our brains. So the axiom 1 is, what is the challenge and why is obstetric collapse and challenge? It's because of the aortocaval compression, which makes the resuscitation difficult. So any pregnancy after 20 weeks, remember to do a tilt. So that's important because of axiocaval compression. There are significant respiratory changes in pregnancy that make the resuscitation difficult. Intubation is difficult, so for anesthetist also it's a challenge. There is increased risk of aspiration. The circulation, because of hyperdynamic circulation, the pregnant woman is prone to lose a lot of blood in a very few seconds. So these are the biggest challenges while we are resuscitating a pregnant collapsed woman. Early identification is the key, and the earlier speakers have talked about it, that we need to understand the early warning signs. Which one you use, it has to be integrated into your system. Whether you use a simple thing like a shock index, which is heart rate by systolic blood pressure, or you use something like a maternal obstetric early warning chart, it should be integrated into your system, including temperature, systolic blood pressure, diastolic blood pressure, pulse, respiratory rate, and saturation. But have it in your system so that you don't wait for the woman to collapse, but you are prepared that okay, she is deteriorating, maybe you cannot avoid it, but you are prepared to manage it. So early warning score is something that should be there. Axiom 3, be aware of the possible causes, and we all know about 4 H's and 4 T's, but more importantly the obstetric big 4: hemorrhage, eclampsia, amniotic fluid embolism, sepsis. Consider anaphylaxis and anesthetic complication. 90% of the time it will be these 6. It cannot be out of these 6 90% of the time. Remember these 6 big 4s. So this is a good picture which shows all of the complications: cardiac, anaphylaxis, hypoglycemia, embolism, hemorrhage. So this is a good picture. Now axiom 4, the initial management, what you do in the first few minutes is what determines how this woman is going to do in the future. In general consideration, prompt resuscitation while you think of a diagnosis, support the respiratory cardiovascular system, early involvement of a senior person. The team leader has to take a stand, and that comes from drills, that comes from practice. Should delegate resuscitation, delegate tasks, and assign role, and recruit as many people as possible. Have a system for code blue in your hospital. That's extremely important. Whether nursing home, big hospital, have a system for code blue where people will come running from all the places. Now important aspects individually: relieving aortocompression, caval compression, simple thing like tilt the woman by 15 to 30 degrees, or a manual displacement of uterus as shown like this, simply for all women who are more than 20 weeks of gestation, or the uterus above umbilicus, something to be remembered. Now we all know this A, B, C, D, E. If you have a collapsed woman, shout for help, open airway, chin lift. Do you see signs of life? If yes, then left tilt and recovery position. If you do not see signs of life, start chest compressions, 30 chest compression at the rate of 100 to 120 per minute with a depth of 5 to 6. We'll go a bit in detail and start the CPR with 2 breaths for every 30 compression. 2 breaths for every 30 compression. That's the number that you remember, 2 per 30 for 100 to 120 per minute. At the same time, do a basic obstetric survey. Head, how is she responsive? Alert, AVPU, alert, voice, pain, unresponsive. Alert, voice, pain, unresponsive. Is there a pulse rate? Is the chest entry, air entry there? Is there an acute abdomen? Is the fetus alive? Is there a need for laparotomy? Is there a bleeding? So this is a basic obstetric survey. In the airway, jaw thrust, chin lift, add oxygen as early as possible. Call an anesthetist, plan intubation, because we know this is a difficult intubation even for an anesthetist. Step 2, breathing. Look for movement of chest, but no longer than 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. So just do for 10 seconds, but no longer than 10 seconds. Start the resuscitation. So no breathing for 10 seconds. Difficult to see chest rise. Start the chest compressions. In case that you see that there is a pulse, there is circulation, but there is no breathing, then in that case, continue the rescue breathing at 10 breaths per minute, administer high flow oxygen and recheck circulation after 10 breaths. If no circulation, start CPR. Commence monitoring immediately. What about circulation? This is a typical picture for chest compression. Hand over the center of chest, keep it perpendicular. What the number, golden number is 30:2, 30 chest compression for 2 breaths, every 2 ventilation, and once you have started intubation, 10 breaths per minute, 10 breaths per minute with the ventilation that is there. Now defibrillator, after you are there and then you're doing a chest compression, but you do apply a defibrillator. Nowadays we have an AED. Follow the instructions. It's not rocket science. The AED will tell you, is this a shockable rhythm? It is not a shockable rhythm. If it is a shockable rhythm, give a shock, immediately resume CPR. The drugs, adrenaline, simple dose is 1 milligram IV adrenaline. 1 milligram IV adrenaline for shockable rhythm, every second shock. If it is a non-shockable rhythm, give immediately and every 3 to 5 minutes. If you think it's an opiate overdose, give naloxone. Magnesium toxicity, give calcium. Now expose the woman and undress to look for any other problems. Hypothermia, correct. So when you are suspecting cardiac arrest, check airway, do CPR 30:2, apply AED, look for shockable rhythm, wait for return of spontaneous circulation. Post CPR, you need to do post resuscitation care. Put a ABCDE 12 lead ECG and look for the precipitating causes. Last is perimortem cesarean section. Only 3 numbers you have to remember. You have to do it within 4 minutes. If no response to correctly performed CPR within 4 minutes of collapse, you have to do a perimortem cesarean section. It helps if you are doing it in more than 20 weeks gestation, less than 20 weeks, no roll. If the fetus is more than 23 weeks, involve a neonatologist because there is a chance of survival of the fetus. Do perimortem in the emergency. There is no point in shifting to the OT. Give any incision which helps you deliver the baby within seconds. Scalpel and cord clamps should be available in your resuscitation trolley immediately, and do a perimortem cesarean section. Continue CPR, and if you think there is bleeding during cesarean, put a hand on the aorta to stop the bleeding, to stop the intractable bleeding. So post resuscitation care, put the patient in the recovery position, continue the ABCDE, look for the cause and shift to ICU. Documentation debriefing, very difficult to do a prospective documentation when you are doing, but do it immediately after you have overcome the emergency. Debrief the staff, they are also going through a lot of mental trauma, and debrief the patients and the relatives as soon as possible and arrange for a follow-up. To summarize, use the early warning signs, consider common causes and possible causes of collapse, follow ABCDE, use a primary obstetric survey, avoid aortocoval compression, no response to within CPR of 4 minutes, consider perimortem cesarean section. So the numbers which are important are 30:2, 4 minutes, more than 20 weeks, more than 23 weeks, all of these you do a perimortem cesarean section. And after the event, ensure adequate counseling and debriefing for the family and support, and also do not forget the second victim, who is the obstetrician and the healthcare providers, who also go through a lot of trauma following a maternal collapse. So provide help to them also. Thank you very much.